Welcome into Cochrane Stadium for the Mid-American Conference season opener between the Kent State Golden Flashes and the Bowling Green Falcons. I'm Henry Costco, joined by my broadcast partner, Tyler Kavlitz. Tyler, it's been a historic start to the season for the Falcons, 5-1-1 in non-conference play. That's the second best start in program history. What have you seen from them this season?
I've seen a team that's been playing the best soccer under head coach Chris Fox during his time here at Bowling Green. This is a team that is playing as a team. They are playing as a cohesive unit, and it's been led by their strong, stifling defense, which has been led by their goaltender, Payne O'Malley, in the net. She has been lights out for Bowling Green, has not allowed more than a single goal in any contest so far this year. You've also had some strikers and some offensive key pieces start to get going. Emma Stransky, a couple goals in the past couple weeks, has been key for the Falcons. And after an early loss to Illinois, they've really started to lock things down past couple of weeks, looking to continue that success in conference play.
Kent State was a team that beat Bowling Green 4-2 in the regular season finale last year, but this season they've had a little bit of defensive trouble, but they're still just as dangerous as ever. What have you seen from them so far?
A lot more questions than answers. I'm not sure that this Kent State team really has an identity yet up to this point in the season. They have really struggled defensively, especially against good offensive opponents. So I think this may be a tough matchup for them against a Bowling Green team that loves to dominate possession. They will need to capitalize on their opportunities, and they're really going to look to find a footing as they begin conference play.
Yeah, well, it's the begin of conference play in a historic MAC rivalry between Kent State and Bowling Green right here on WBGU PBS. Welcome into Cochrane Stadium for the Mid-American Conference season opener. I'm Henry Costco, joined by my broadcast partner, Tyler Kavlitz. It's a big game and a big rivalry between these two programs, Kent State and Bowling Green. A lot of history between these two. Pre-game, I talked to head coach Chris Fox about his thoughts on the game ahead and the season ahead. So, Coach, historic start to the season, second best start in program history. How did you feel about the start to non-conference play, and how are you looking forward to what they're going to do in conference play?
Yeah, I think it's been a tremendous start from the group, performing to maybe above expectations, but to our capabilities as a team. Really happy with what we're doing, both in possession, out of possession, and going into conference, I keep saying it's a different animal. So just hoping for it to continue.
Yeah, and a tough schedule for you guys to start off. Kent here today on Sunday, and then Western Michigan and Ohio coming up later this week. What's the approach to those games, and how do you approach a tough schedule like that?
Yeah, I think you've got to approach every game the same. Like, we put the same level of preparation and detail into all of our opponents. But yeah, you play in three of the top 4 or 5 teams of last season. Your first 3, we're looking at it as a great opportunity, right, to lay down a marker and kickstart the season on a high.
All right, Coach. Thanks and good luck today.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hardworking public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
Green will start you off with your starting lineup, starting with the Golden Flashes. Junior Leah Schaefer will start in goal with Samantha Miller, Katie Heenahan, Kiyomi McCusland, Addie Cusick, Jules Dolinsky, Allison Collins, Abby Breetshoe, Kelsey Salopek, Allie Weibel, and Josie Morgan rounded out for the Flashes. How about those Falcons, Tyler?
For Bowling Green, it is Peyton O'Malley in goal, Emmy Butera in the midfield, Isabella Mazzaferro as a forward, Audrey Oliver midfield, Gabby Lamparty in the midfield, Lizzie Boltnick, another forward, Taylor Green, defender, Haley Wolf, defender, Jana Searles, midfielder, Ellie Pohl, and Emma Stransky, the final two forwards, rounding out the starters for the Falcons.
And one thing to note, Mazzaferro in the lineup today with the absence of Ella Kane. But I know you talked in the pregame about Peyton O'Malley and all the success that she's had. Talk about just this team in general as we get towards kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it as well. It's just they're playing as a team. I think over the past couple of years, especially last year, you saw times where certain players had to step up and try to play some hero ball because the offense or the defense wasn't in sync. And although you do lose someone on the defense like Gilmore, who was tremendous during her time at Bowling Green, you've had people step up on that defense. Taylor Green has taken that leadership role. They have played like a unit. And it's not only just O'Malley. You're going to see her in the news. You're going to see her in the stat sheets because she is the one that is going to get the recognition. But everyone in front of her that is preventing stuff from getting to her, that's keeping her from having to make all the difficult saves and all the highlight reels, has been tremendous for this team this year. And they've been working as a cohesive unit. We'll see if they can continue it against Kent State and roll it into conference play.
Now Taylor Green, the junior captain on what is the youngest team in the MAC. Kent State, a young team as well. So we're going to get kicked off. Audrey Oliver will take it. Beautiful sunny day here. 1 o'clock kickoff. Couldn't ask for better.
Better weather than yesterday for homecoming, where it was basically overcast the entire day long. Don't see a cloud in the sky here in Bowling Green today.
Yeah, as Emmy Butera skies that one back to the corner, and it's going to be the goalie. Schaefer is going to take a goal kick. It's almost deja vu a little bit from the homecoming football game yesterday. Light blue versus orange, just like Liberty versus Bowling Green was yesterday. Kent State in the light blue, of course. Bowling Green in the orange.
Can't complain, though. Tremendous matchup with the colors on the field, on the pitch here today.
Yeah, blue and orange always look good together. As Josie Morgan sends it back and tries to find Miller. It's going to be taken by Searle. Is going to send it back to Peyton O'Malley in goal. O'Malley, one of the best statistical goalkeepers in non-conference play in the MAC. Only a sophomore, played almost half the season last year after Madison Vukas was sidelined with an injury, and she's been a leader on this team.
And you've seen that development, as you said, as a leader, but also on the pitch as well. When she played that second half of the season because of the injury to Vukas, she was very good, but she has taken it to a different level this season. She's just been that much better.
Thrown from the Flashes out. It's going to be skied forward. Searle's going up for it. It's going to be taken by the Falcons. Bouncing back and forth. Mazzaferro with it now. Challenged. Some good footwork to keep that one with it. And Green's going to send it out of play.
And what we're seeing now is, I think, what's going to be the toughest challenge for Kent State here today is how do they break through this possession-heavy Bowling Green team. They're struggling to do it right now of maintaining possession as they try to attack and get to O'Malley because Bowling Green does such a good job of just finding the ball at all times.
Kent State with the takeaway. There's Salopek over to the right wing. Ellie Wolf looking to defend Jules Dolinsky. That one's going to be knocked out of play, and it's going to be awarded as a goal kick. Good defense from the Falcons on that drive.
Tremendous job just running her to the baseline and staying in front of her, not letting her really get a pass off. There was nobody open for her to kick it into to get a shot on goal. That Bowling Green defense really tightened up as they got closer to O'Malley.
Here's going to be the offensive push for the Falcons, looking for Ellie Poole down that left side. That's going to be a little too far. The defender, Allie Weibel, is going to recover, send it back out.
I do like that aggressiveness, though. We were talking off air before we came on how much it would benefit this Bowling Green team to get an early goal based on the system that they would run. If they can get out ahead of Kent State with an early strike, well, then you can lean into that possession. You can lean into that defense and really force Kent to do something to deserve to get back into the game. But, of course, that does mean that you have to find the back of net first before you worry about anything related to that.
Yeah, that energy is going to be key. Who can get those early chances in a high number? Kent State's going to take a goal kick here, as that one was knocked out of play. These two teams met in the regular season finale last year, 4-2 victory at Dick's Stadium in Kent, Ohio. 2 Olympicos scored in that game, including one by the junior defensive midfielder, Emi Butera. It was a very high-paced game of energy and a lot of playoff circumstances in line in that one. We can expect to see the same energy this time in the conference opener between these two squads.
And you definitely know that Bowling Green's going to be playing a little harder against this Kent State team, too, knowing the recent results that Kent has really had a lot of success against the Falcons over the last few times that these two teams have faced each other.
Scranton trying to find Ellie Poole on that left side. That one's recovered by Leah Schaefer, the junior goalkeeper at Rochester, New York, attended Pittsburgh Mendon High School. Played every game so far for the Golden Flashes, 717 save percentage. That's a bit inflated from their 8-0 loss to Louisville just a couple games ago. Taylor Green with a nice poke away, but it's going to be maintained by the Flashes. Allison Collins going to take the throw in, 2024 MAC All-Freshman team member from Toronto, Ontario. One of the names on what is a pretty talented defensive squad.
And we've talked a lot about that Louisville result, too, for this Kent State team, but they've been on the struggle bus for a couple of weeks now. You look after their 5-1 win over Youngstown State, they drew Cornell 1 apiece, then that Louisville loss, and they're coming off a 1-1 draw against Oakland. So this Kent State team has not seen a victory since August 28th against the Youngstown State Penguins.
That was a takeaway by the Flashes. Samantha Miller and try to send it forward to Dolinsky. That one's swiped away by Green. It's going to find Cusick, who's going to send it out of play. First shot on the day is for the Kent State Golden Flashes.
Just a tremendous job of Green there sliding in to prevent a shot being made to the right side of that goal against O'Malley. Prevented anything from happening there, and the shot that was made wasn't anything anywhere close.
That's fair. Back to Green. That one's going to be sent away, and it's going to be another goal kick. A lot of defensive pressure early on from Kent State, really trying to get to Green and Searles over there. Searles in that right back position. We saw Haley Wolf in that position starting against Duquesne. A little bit of a change there from head coach Chris Fox.
They definitely have been the more aggressive team here early on. Bowling Green has done a good job, though, of limiting that from resulting in any shots on goal.
Collins getting it really far forward. Oliver going to try to put the pressure on. That one's back to Collins. Not going to get the shot off. Knocked away by Green and taken away by Oliver. And here's Stransky. Got some room looking for Poole. And she's got some space down here near the Kent State goal. Going to get a shot off, and that one's just wide. Ellie Poole, great look for the Falcons. Just a little too far. Wasn't able to get quite the look she wanted.
A lot happened right there. Second straight great defensive play by Taylor Green. And I absolutely love what Emma Stransky was trying to do there and push it on the other side of the field. Got a very nice look there. Just wasn't able to connect, as we're going to see the replay here. Tremendous job by Stransky to get that far enough, give her time to get it, not have to worry about a defender right behind her, and just set it out a bit far wide to the left.
Yeah, Leah Schaefer does a good job defending her goal, covering her ground.
Stepped out just enough to force that to go left, but not enough where she exposed the right side of the goal.
Here's Searles on the ball. She's going to try to find Mazzaferro down this right wing. That's where a lot of the success has come for this Falcon offense. We saw the connection to Ella Kane over there on the right wing last Sunday against Duquesne. It's Mazzaferro in that spot today. Allison Collins taking quite a few throw-ins from this side already. And Samantha Miller, and that one's knocked out again. Oliver back to Green. Pressure from Josie Morgan, but that one's crossed and finds Lamparty with open space. Back to Lamparty. Trying to find Stransky. That one's right into the lap of Ellie Poole, and a good block by the Kent State defense to knock that one away, and they keep it in play. They're going to try to go the other way, but another dangerous chance for Ellie Poole. Here come the flashes. Green and try to make the play on the ball. One-on-one situation over here. Where's the corner, and Green will prevail, finding Lamparty.
And I mentioned it was a couple minutes ago that Kent State had been the more aggressive team. Well, now the past few minutes, it's been Bowling Green on the attack. They've gotten a lot more aggressive since Stransky made that pass across the pitch in transition.
Yeah, high-paced game so far. That one's going to be a foul on the West Virginia transfer, Gabby Lamparty. Played such a vital role in this defense, especially with the absence that you mentioned of Isabel Gilmore. Really helped fill that hole. Lamparty, a lot of experience playing Big 12 soccer at West Virginia. Bringing that over here to the MAC.
Very nice addition for Chris Fox in this team for sure.
It's going to be a free kick for Kent State. And they take it. Skied into the box. Headed away. That one's going to find Mazzaferro. She's going to be able to find some space trying to find Poole. That's going to find defender Allie Weibel instead. Which was Kent State. And they have some space out here on the left corner.
You know, I thought that could have been an opportunity right there. That pass went a bit far, forcing a reset for Kent State. But that could have been a fairly clean opportunity if that pass was just a bit shorter and not as powerful as it ended up being.
Junior forward Kiyomi McCusland tried to cross that one in the box. That one was knocked away for a Kent State corner. McCusland hasn't reached the scoreboard yet on the season. 1 assist against Cleveland State and 1 against Duquesne. There's the corner taken. That's going to be sent into the box, and that's going to be saved by Peyton O'Malley. Samantha Miller on the shot. Not too much trouble for her.
Basically straight at O'Malley. She barely had to move, just move up a bit. We're going to see it here on the replay. Trying to just send it in through traffic, I think maybe get a kick off of it, maybe a deflection into the net. O'Malley did a nice job of attacking it forward and getting to the ball before Kent State had the opportunity to do so.
And there's going to be a foul. And it's going to be on Kent State after Bowling Green had a little bit of pressure in transition. Backed up by Kent State. It's going to be Green to Searles. That right back spot. Going to find Poole and trying to find Mazzaferro. Mazzaferro getting back into it, almost getting the takeaway. Almost good second chance pressure. Butera back to Green. Bowling Green's going to reset. I mean, you see these two forwards, Josie Morgan and Samantha Miller, really putting the pressure on the defense. Sliding tackle there on Haley Wolf. And give Kent State another chance. Here's Cusick. Trying to find Morgan over here on the side, and that's going to be knocked away for a Kent State throw-in.
It's another opportunity. That's 2 now in the past couple minutes. Passes that were just a bit long to set up some opportunities for Kent State to the benefit of Bowling Green and their defense.
That's thrown in by Dolinsky. That one's going to be sent into the box, headed away by Searles. Heenahan, and then the shot from Cusick is out of play. A couple of good chances for Kent State. Putting a little bit of pressure on Bowling Green here early. It's been a lot of transition offense. We saw that a lot in the game against Duquesne here at Cochrane Stadium last Sunday. A lot of defensive pressure putting on Taylor Green and those that back line. Kind of creates a little bit of transition offense sometimes. That's how we saw that goal scored by Emma Stransky in that game.
Yeah, and I think that's probably where you're going to see the best opportunities for Bowling Green, at least in this first half, until teams make some adjustments come from. You saw Stransky trying to do it to Poole not too long ago, because Kent State is going so heavily onto this side of the field and trying to put so much pressure on this Bowling Green defense that, like you said, it is going to create those opportunities where they're not going to have much of a back line if you can get it over them.
Yeah. Jenna Searles, the throw in there. That one went out of play, so it's going to be McCusland who's going to take the throw in for the Flashes instead. Trying to find Heenahan and go back to McCusland, but it's going to be Salopek who's going to cross it towards the other side. Weibel. And sent right back to O'Malley. Kent State, bit of a tough start to the season, 2-2-3. Started off the season with a 3-2 loss against Duquesne. Most recently had a 1-1 draw with Oakland. That one's sent forward and knocked out for a Bowling Green throw, and it's going to be Wolf who takes it.
And it's a Kent State squad, I should say, that's had a lot of success the past couple of seasons. Last year went 9-7-3 overall, 5-4-2 in the MAC. In 2023, 12-7-2 overall, 7-4 in the conference.
That one's going to be a foul on the Flashes down near the Bowling Green box. This is going to be a dangerous opportunity for the Falcons. They're going to take the corner. Maybe Butera taking these free kicks in the past couple of years for the Falcons. Had an Olympico against Kent State from this very spot last year. And she's going to take it short to Mazzaferro, back to Butera, and then she's going to sky it in this time around. And that's going to go just too far, looking for Ellie Poole on that backside.
Ellie Poole's been the main target of all three of the attacks that this Bowling Green offense has tried to set up. Trying to run it through her right now.
For the goal kick, that's Schaefer and Brightshoe. Brightshoe's going to send it to Collins over here on the close side. She's got a lot of space towards the midfield. Trying to find McCusland. That one's going to be taken by Green. But you see that transition offense, kind of see what they're going for. All it takes is a couple mistakes, and you can get that sort of thing to work. Stransky on the ball. 2-on-1. That one's taken away by the Flashes. Salopek to Cusick. Cusick trying to send it in. The other side, that one's knocked away by Mazzaferro. Kent State will take the throw in. It's going to be McCusland. Trying to find Miller, taken away. Here's Stransky. They're going to try to go fast. Here's Lizzie Boltnick in the game. And Oliver collision with Cusick, and that's going to be a foul on number 10. Sophomore out of Medina, Ohio, to Medina High School. Played for Internationals SC. 1 goal so far this year against Youngstown State. 5-1 victory for Kent State in that game.
Just got a little aggressive there. Got the hands into it. Shoved down the... I couldn't see exactly. I believe that was Audrey Oliver that she was fighting with there from Bowling Green. Just a bit too aggressive by the Golden Flash.
Miller goes for the save, not quite able to get there. It's going to be a Bowling Green throw-in. Searles likes to go back to Green. Green's so poised on the ball. Back to Searles. Gets past Miller, and she's going to look for Mazzaferro again. Not there. Collins will take it. Take away Boltnick. Take away on Collins. Collins take it right back, and Boltnick going to just make some contact and not let Collins get the takeaway. We'll take another look.
Yeah, Boltnick, once she got beat, just got a little physical there. One of those that you do almost just not out of anger, but just frustration of getting beat like that when you have a possible opportunity.
Yeah. Green getting around Miller. Finds Butera. They have a little bit of a run. That one's blocked by Salopek. Comes Cusick. Butera on her. Wolf takes it away. Gives it to Poole. Now Stransky. And back to Lamparty. Lamparty a lot of space moving forward. Finds Wolf on this left side. Going to look for the cross, and that one's going to be sent out. Good energy by Kent State to not let that one get into the box.
They've done a tremendous job outside of the transition opportunities from Bowling Green of not letting Bowling Green cross it into the box and get anything into traffic. They kept it all on the outside, forcing Bowling Green to really be stagnant when they're not in their transition offense so far.
Yeah, that was forward. Jules Zielinski came all the way forward on that play. So another opportunity for Emmy Butera at the corner. Will she like to take it short again? Here we go. We'll find out. Nope. Skied into the box this time. Lamparty gets a head on it, but sent out, and Green will take it outside the box, finds Wolf. Wolf tries to put it back in. Bolnick almost there on that far side. Leah Schaefer is there to take it away.
I really do like those two opportunities, though, because that is Bowling Green trying to get it into the box, trying to get something into the traffic. Just didn't have the luck there of finding a Falcon. But I would like to see Bowling Green continue to do a little more of that when they get back on the offensive.
Searles knocks that one away, sends it to Lamparty, who boots it. Bolnick has a 2-on-1. Is she going to be able to get the ball opportunity? And Collins is going to take it away and send it to Schaefer. Bolnick had a couple of those opportunities so far. I mean, you see the poise of that sophomore defender, Allison Collins, 24 All-MAC freshman team for a reason.
And Kent State did a lot better job there of getting back when Bowling Green tried to push it to the transition. A lot better than they were the last time when Stransky pushed it to pull.
Yeah.
Kent State was ready that time.
A lot of awards among this Kent State defense as Bowling Green takes possession back. Kelsey Salopek, the senior, 2023 All-MAC first team and 2022 All-MAC freshman team. Over 5,600 minutes in her Kent State career.
When you have a head coach like Rob Marinaro that's been there for 25 years, it's to your benefit when you build up a recruiting pipeline and connections with the transfer portal that you are able to consistently just roll over good rosters and talented rosters year over year over year.
Yeah.
That's going to be a challenge for Chris Fox here at Bowling Green as he continues over the next few years, is how much he can retain the talent with the ever-changing landscape of the transfer portal and college athletics.
Call's going to send that one in. Looks like the wind killed it a little bit. Finds Green in the box. Now it's going to be Heenahan who skies that one over the net. Kent State with another opportunity there. As you mentioned, Marinaro been with this program since 2001, head coach for 25 years. One of the longest tenured coaches in Division I. Yeah, have a MAC tournament title to their name. Looking for another this year. Kent State, one of those teams that's definitely in the playoff picture as far as the preseason and the non-conference have looked.
That's why this matchup is so important here, because it is the beginning of conference play.
Yeah.
Non-conference play matters to a degree, but it is mainly, especially in a conference like the Mid-American Conference, what you can do in conference play that will determine a lot of your season success.
Yeah. Kent State won a MAC tournament game last year, beat Miami in the first round, lost to Western Michigan in the semifinal. There's Cusick. Trying to go with the sliding pass. Lamparty will send that one the other way to Butera.
Just didn't look like she got enough on that sliding pass. Came off a little weak, straight to a Falcon.
Stransky with space in front. That's a nice takeaway. It was going to be by Heenahan, but Stransky will take it back. And then Boltnick fighting for it again. Kent State will take possession back. One-on-one here with Josie Morgan and Searles. Searles, nice defense to take that one away.
May have been a little push there as well. Either way, Bowling Green gets the possession.
I mean, you talk about Jana Searles, a player didn't play all of last year, was originally a midfielder, now playing a more defensive right back role. It's really excelled in that so far this year.
And that's how you have to find your opportunities sometimes. If you can't find it in your current role, if you can be adaptable and do multiple things and find a way into the lineup, it's what a lot of these players that come up to the D1 level have to do at some point in their careers.
Yeah, sometimes you get recruited to Division I, you automatically assume, okay, they're recruiting me to play this position. I'm going to play this position all 4 years. You know, injuries happen, other, circumstances change. That's not always the case, even if you're staying at the same school all 4 years. Bright Shoe sent that one out of play. Linger's going to have a throw, and it's going to be All-MAC freshman team member from 2024, Haley Wolf. Take it.
Could be a nice opportunity here for Bowling Green to try to set something up with a throw in on Kent State's side of the pitch.
They're going to send it back and reset. The Green on the ball again. Back to O'Malley. 25 minutes, almost elapsed in this first half. It's been, I would say, an exciting back and forth first half. Pretty even between both teams, as you expect. The Flashes and the Falcons.
Not a ton of opportunities on net, but it has been high tempo the entire way. It's just been both defenses excelling and opportunities to stop the offenses.
William gets that one forward real quick. Wolf tried to cross it into Poole, but Kent State aware and sends that one away. That's how quick it can happen. That was maybe 5 seconds where that one got one from Lamparty all the way nearly to Poole in the box. Wolf is going to take the throw in. Finds Boltnick. He's going to attempt to cross. That one hits the side of the net, and that goes out of play.
And once again, it's Ellie Poole who they're trying to target down near the net to try to put something in. That's, I think, the 4th or 5th time they've tried to set something up with her near the net.
Yeah, Poole's had a great season. 5 points on the year coming back from injury in 2024. Now a grad student, the oldest player on the Falcons and the only grad student.
I'd also like to see at some point, see if the Falcons, if Kent State's going to keep locking on her, use her as maybe a bit of a distraction to get Kent State to commit to her and have her cross it into someone coming from a weak side.
Free kick for Kent State. Skied forward. Morgan Lamparty is going to take it away. Back to Oliver Searles. I send it back to O'Malley, who's going to boot it out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Kent State. Offensive opportunity here. They've been a little bit of a drought past few minutes. They get it back going. Taylor Green takes possession for the Falcons, who have a tough upcoming schedule after this game. Play OU on Thursday, then come back home to play Western Michigan, two of the favorites in the conference. Here's Kent State. It's going to be Josie Morgan on this one, 3-on-1, and they're going to send it to Cusick. Finding Salopek in the box, who's going to put it on goal, and O'Malley called into action. Good chance for Kent State. Good defense by Green and company to take that one out.
Yeah, Kent State had the opportunity. They didn't press as fast as I thought they would, allowed Bowling Green to get back a little bit with the numbers on defense, and then a nice save by O'Malley to finish it.
So Kent State 2 shots on goal so far to Bowling Green 0. It's Green. Lamparty. Butera. Falcons going to switch sides, finds Searles. Tries to find Monteferro, instead finds McCusland. Out to Morgan, back to McCusland. And back to Kelsey Salopek and to Collins. Ellie Poole with the pressure put on, and it pays off, and she's going to find Stransky with space outside the box. She's going to put the cross in for Boltnick, but knocked away by Allie Weibel. It's going to be another Bowling Green corner. So Butera gives Falcons their third corner kick.
They played it short the first time, went to cross it in last time. We'll see what they decide to do here on the third corner.
See Boltnick short, and they're going to give it to her, try to give it back. Butera Boltnick's going to send it back to Searles. Searles going to send it into the box. Sky high green almost there, but that one's right to Leah Schaefer.
That was probably the closest opportunity on a crosser so far here today for Bowling Green. If that was a couple feet to the left, it would have been a terrific opportunity for Taylor Green to net that.
Just to make sure I heard that right, Kent State 27 for 2 and 21 for 25.
The Green sends it back to O'Malley. Josie Morgan has been all over the place for these Golden Flashes, putting a lot of pressure on these Falcon defenders. Number 25 on your screen, junior out of Gulf, Ontario. 1 goal so far in 2025. That was in their 1-1 draw in Ithaca against Cornell. We're going to have substitutes coming into the game. It's Emily Holler coming in for Lizzie Boltnick on the Falcon side. Josie Morgan coming out for number 21 for Kent State. It's Maya Justice, the freshman out of Woodhaven, Michigan.
And additionally, you'll have Mia Clearu coming in for Samantha Miller for the Golden Flashes.
Holler to Mazzaferro, to Searles, with the freshman Maya Justice on her. Back to Green. Mentioned the high energy Morgan was putting in. I think you can see there. Well, they're going to kind of have a rotation of high energy players who are going to come in and out, get some rest time. It's a pretty common tactic there they use with that striker position, especially in the first half.
Good way to keep all your players fresh, too. Be able to insert them back in start of the second half and have them attack the same way they did in the first few minutes of the contest.
Stransky gets that one away from Collins. She's going to have space, and she's going to try to find Poole, but that one's going to be a little too far. Ellie Poole almost got there. Schaefer called into action again. Another transition chance for Bowling Green.
It was very aggressive there by Stransky to put it out that far, but I kind of like it. Forces Kent State to make the right play.
And force the defenders into action. Force them to make that play. And try to find Wolf again on that side. That one's booted away for a Bowling Green throw-in.
Because that's what we've been talking about. All it takes is that one mistake by a defender to miss an assignment, miss a step, and it opens the door for a Bowling Green opportunity on the net.
Poole goes down on that one. It's going to go the way of the Flashes. It's the Kent State free kick. Holler going to take that one away, send it back. That one's going to be skied in. For a Kent State player on that side, that's McCusland. Has an opportunity, but that one's sent away by Searles. It's going to be a one-on-one and knocked away by Green for a Bowling Green corner.
Very nice job by Searles of getting over there in time and just putting her body in front of the ball to keep it from getting to O'Malley. And that's the good thing this defense has done as well, is they've pushed all of the Kent State opportunities all to that line and keeping it away from a direct angle to the goal.
Here's Stransky with Kent State defenders on her. That one's going to be knocked away. Good Kent State defense once again, fighting against the transition offense led by Emma Stransky on that side. There's Cusick. Butera poking at it. Send it back for Salopek. Here's Collins on the other side. One's hit on, and Oliver battling with it. Finds Heenahan. McCusland. One found some open space, but Emily Haller fills it. Bowling Green on the transition. Here's Mazzaferro. Finds Stransky with the space. Gonna look for Poole on this side. Try to get that cross in, but not enough space for Poole to take an action.
Bowling Green just didn't have the bodies there, and that one Kent State got back a little too fast for Bowling Green to have the opportunity to set anything up.
Justice going for the over the head on Searles, and it works for a bit until it finds Haley Wolf over on the far side. I'm looking for Poole over here on this side. It's gonna be knocked away for a throw-in. Falcons going to get a few players forward for this chance. There, it's going to be Wolf who's going to take it. Wolf, the sophomore out of Rochester, Michigan, mentioned 2024 All-MAC freshman team member. A key part of this Falcon defense, throws it in and rebounds it. So Wolf will send that one out of play.
Under 10 minutes now to play in this first half.
That one goes out behind the benches and over the fence. Need a new ball.
Send someone to track that down.
Wolf back at it again with another throw-in. Back to her and finding Poole. She's going to send it into space for Stransky, and that one's in. Emma Stransky strikes first for the Falcons.
We've seen Stransky be the one passing it up and trying to be aggressive with the passing so far in this game, but as we get another look at it, it is Stransky who's the one finishing the play, a terrific cross-in, and then Stransky just finishes it with the header to the bottom left of the net.
Golden Flashes escaped for too much space. I thought she may have been offside on the play, but no flag was raised, and Bowling Green goes up 1-0 to reach the end of this first half. Mentioned how quickly it could happen. That one happened really quickly. Just 2 or 3 passes, that's all it takes. Emma Stransky red hot to start this season. And his team in points. Scored against Duquesne last week, scores again.
4th goal of the season now for Stransky, 2 more than any other Falcon on this roster this year.
8 points. On the year, second place is Ella Kane with 5. So Kent State gonna have to go on the offensive, try to equalize. This was the case last week where Lincoln went up 1-0 and Duquesne had a lot of time to get that equalizing goal, and they weren't able to. Here's McCusland with Mazzaferro on her. Jersey tugging and physical contact. That one's going to be knocked out of play. Good defense by Mazzaferro.
8th game of the year for Emma Stransky, and she matches her goal total from 18 matches last year.
Yeah, Emma Stransky, the leading returning scorer from 2024. Evie Underhill is going to check in for Isabella Mazzaferro.
Well, I think that was the benefit for Bowling Green of attacking with Ellie Poole so much to begin this game. This Kent State defense got locked in on Ellie Poole because she was the one constantly trying to finish these cross-ins and these transition passes. And then here comes Emma Stransky out of nowhere with the header to find the back of the net.
And when you talk about the depth of this Falcon offense, as Mia Gatz is the other substitute that comes in, the true freshman for the Falcons. That one's going to find O'Malley. The depth of this offense has really allowed this team that, injuries were a plague for this team last year, but with this depth, Monteferro, Poole, Stransky, Boltnick, all these players are offensive threats, and it allows anyone to be given the opportunity at any time to score a big goal.
Yeah, and it's always tough looking at last year, too, with Chris Fox and a new roster and trying to find depth in a roster that you have to build later in cycles. Now you kind of get to bring in people of your own and really build that depth as to what you're talking about on the defense and offense.
Stevie Underhill being pressured by Allison Collins, and that's sliding takeaway, and Kent State's going to be awarded the throw, and as Underhill wanted the foul.
Kent State was just all over her right there. We'll see the replay here.
I mean, physical defense.
Yeah.
It's Cusick in on it as well. That's what great defenders do. Take away the opportunity, take away the ball from the other team by whatever means possible.
And didn't get too physical there, I don't think. I think she was just physical enough to press her, not let her get past her, but not physical enough to get the attention of the officials and draw any penalty.
That one's back to Peyton O'Malley. A lot of Canadian influence on this Kent State squad.
I think I counted 6 or 7 Canadians on the roster for the Golden Flashes. So quite a bit from the border up north.
Seeing that more and more often, especially from Ontario. A lot of great development going on. Their youth soccer programs, they're bringing a lot of collegiate players to the U.S. Here's Cusick. Finding the new substitute, Mia Cleroux, freshman out of Ottawa, Ontario.
Could have been a good opportunity there for Kent State. Just a bit high on the shot, however.
Scored in their draw against Oakland. That was their most recent result.
And that's Lexi White now coming onto the pitch for Bowling Green. The junior forward from Lewis Center, Ohio.
See what 8 games played in 2024, over 200 minutes. So here's another chance for Bowling Green. That one's sent into the box. Underhill's going to get the chance, and it's going to be taken away. So here's Mina Sam, who's also checked into the game. Nice takeaway there by Kent State, and this one's going to go forward for Maya Justice. Searles on Justice. Searles going to take it away on the one-on-one. Yeah, you mentioned Lexi White, Mina Sam, the other substitute. Mina Sam, true freshman last year, missed all of the season due to injury, and now has come in and played a pretty big role in the midfield for the squad. And attempted for a cross and knocked away for O'Malley.
Now under 5 minutes to play in the first half. O'Malley taking her time before launching this across the field. Chris Fox very animated on the sideline there for Bowling Green. See if the Falcons can get another good opportunity for a shot on the goal. Try to carry over that momentum into halftime. This is what we talked about, though. Now that Bowling Green is on the scoreboard early, they can kind of use this possession to their advantage and force Kent State to get aggressive on the defensive side, which could open up some more opportunities on offense for the Falcons.
As a true freshman forward, Quinn O'Neill on the ball early. It's going to be Maya Justice taking it the other way on the breakaway. She's going to have a shot on goal. That one's just wide. Breakaway from the freshman, Maya Justice. Let's look at another look at it. She pretty much did it herself all the way from the midfield line.
Yeah, and she beat the defender right there. And that has to be one of the top 2 looks that Kent State's gotten in this game. O'Malley was committed on that left side there, and she just put it a bit far to the right If that's a few feet to the left, we have a 1-1 game.
Take away from Ava Luckian, sophomore midfielder. Came in recently for Kent State.
That would have changed the entire dynamic of this if you have a 1-1 match going into halftime. If it holds now, Bowling Green would have that advantage. Still 2.5 minutes to play.
Nice takeaway from Lexi White on Collins. And Collins fouls her afterwards. It's going to be a free kick for Bowling Green at the midfield line. Taking down near 2 minutes now in this first half. Scores 1-0 Bowling Green. Beautiful day here at Cochrane Stadium. Searles battling a couple flashes, likes to send it backwards to Taylor Green. Instead, and they're going to switch sides. Butera to Searles. Looking for Underhill. That one just gets by her. Didn't make any contact, so it'll be a Kent State throw-in for Collins.
We'll see if Kent State stays aggressive on this offensive attack, trying to equalize it before we go into halftime.
She was looking for Claroux on that first throw-in. She's going to find Bright Shoe on the second and head over to Weibel. Rough foul. That was on Christy Franson over there on the far side. Franson checking in the redshirt sophomore out of Worcester, Ohio. Another player that missed all of last year due to an injury. Great to see her back on the pitch. It's going to be a free kick from Butera. Down under a minute now. They're going to have to go quickly. Searles trying to sky it into the box. Schaefer's going to save it from going out.
Just a bit long there for any opportunity for the Falcons to develop. And now Kent State trying to get something going with under 40 seconds left in the half.
Sam on Heenahan. Heenahan to Salopek, and then looking for another player out on that side. It's going to be knocked away by Gatz. Number 15, Sierra Santiago. Outside, Butera. And that one's knocked away.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, the buzzer sounds, and that'll do it for our first half. Bowling Green leads Kent State 1-0. An exciting first half and a lot of chances on both sides. When we come back halftime, we'll talk about upcoming schedules and go through all the highlights from your first half. You're watching BGSU Soccer right here on WBGU PBS.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hardworking public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
a bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
One nothing is your score. Bowling Green leads Kent State at halftime at the conference opener here in MAC play. What did you see from the first half, Tyler?
It was a very pretty steady, fast-paced first half on both sides. I think both teams were fairly aggressive when they had their opportunities in front of them. Both defenses as well did a fairly good job at limiting the opportunities for cross-ins. Much of the offense that we saw from that first half was through transition. Kent State, I would say, was probably the more aggressive overall team. You look at the shots, they lead at 8-4, but both teams with the 2 shots on goal, and Bowling Green's been the one that's been able to find the back of the net as they lead at 1-0.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the highlights from this first half. So here's Ellie Poole on this first chance for the Falcons. This one was pretty close. Schaefer did a good job closing out, not allowing Poole to get a chance there. As here is another chance for the Falcons. This one right, Poole on that side. And
Poole was the main target of a lot of the early offensive attacks for Bowling Green. Just wasn't able to find the back of the net. A lot of close opportunities. That one was one that was by Kent State, hit straight to O'Malley. Didn't have to do too much, just moved up. And Emma Stransky also had a lot to do with the cross-ins, trying to get opportunities in transition for Bowling Green. Wasn't able to get anything off there. As we see, this is more of that defense that we're talking about. Kent State being aggressive, but not too aggressive. Just aggressive enough to limit the opportunities for Bowling Green. And then here is the difference maker up to this point, the Emma Stransky header to the lower bottom left of the net. And that is how we got to 1-0 after the first half of action.
Emma Stransky with her 4th goal on the season gives the Falcons the 1-0 lead, and they're going to have to, put on the defense in order to keep Kent State from equalizing. They did that against Duquesne last week. It's going to be tough against this high-powered Golden Flash offense.
And I expect Kent State to come out just as aggressive, if not more aggressive, than they did at the beginning of the contest, which was a pretty aggressive Kent State offense, as they're going to want to look to find that equalizer fairly early on to be able to try to get the win in the end of the game.
Yeah, it's been a well-balanced offense for head coach Chris Fox throughout the opening of the season. I talked to him pregame about that very thing.
So, Coach, it's been a well-balanced offense for you guys. Emma Stransky, Ellie Poole leading the offense. What are you going to see from them today, and what are you hoping to see?
Yeah, I think we've got a pretty good front line this season, like all competing for minutes and for starting positions. I think it's well balanced. I think we've got depth, we've got quality. So just hoping for them to continue to work together. We like our goals, rather than coming from one individual, for it to be balanced across the front line. That's what we've seen so far this season, and hoping for that to continue.
Aggressive Kent State offense. I think Kent State's going to look for that equalizer early on, and I think it's going to be a real test for this Bowling Green defense to see how they handle a talented Golden Flashes team coming after them early and often. And for Bowling Green, I'd love to see them just utilize the possession offense. If they can do that, that'll set them up for success in the second half to keep this lead and get the win.
And we'll toss it to break, and we'll be right back for your second half. Your score is 1-0 Bowling Green leads Kent State here at Cochrane Stadium on WBGU PBS.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hard-working public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
If you missed this week's episode of Scenic Stops and Stories, you can stream the full episode for free anytime at WBGU.org/Scenic Stops.
At Bowling Green State University, we are a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We are proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
Founded in the Midwest, Bowling Green State University is embracing innovation to push the norms of higher education. Academic programs that are in high demand, research that is relevant for our communities, partnerships that strengthen our economy. Nationally recognized for our student experience and home to one of the largest scholarship programs of its kind in the nation. We are a hard-working public university, always striving forward, always for the public good.
Welcome back to Cochrane Stadium. 1-0 is your score. I'm Henry Costco, joined by my broadcast partner, Tyler Kavlitz. Tyler, your first game on soccer on WBGU PBS, and we've got a good one here between BGSU and Kent State.
It is. It's been a fun game so far up to this point. Fairly fast-paced by both sides. Bowling Green getting the difference maker in the game so far with an Emma Stransky header at the net. And we'll see if they can hold on to that lead or if Kent State can make a comeback here in the second half of this contest.
There's the golden flashes there, getting ready for high-powered second half. But before we get there, let's go around the MAC, talk about some women's soccer and some men's soccer scores going on.
Yeah, for women's soccer, of course, you got the 1-0 score right here with Bowling Green Kent State. Ohio is up on winless Central Michigan. The Central Michigan still just 0-6 this year. Ohio 2-4-1. The Bobcats are up 1-0 at the end of the first half at Mount Pleasant. And Toledo and IU Indy knotted up at 1 apiece over in Indianapolis at the end of their first half. And we will have two more matchups going on. Don't see any score for the Ball State UMass game. Don't see a score for the Ball State UMass game that started at 1, and then we have another one just getting underway here over the past couple of minutes between Miami of Ohio and NIU.
Yeah, well, MAC play getting underway for both of these squads. Let's take a look at Kent State's upcoming 5 games. As they will go on the road against Ball State. That's on the 21st, before they come home for 3 straight against UMass, Buffalo, and EMU. Then go on the road at Akron.
Yeah, and I think that sets up fairly nicely for Kent State, especially opposed to what we'll get into for Bowling Green's upcoming schedule. It's an opportunity for Kent State to get off to a hot start if they can capitalize on some opportunities early in this conference play.
And let's take a look at that schedule for the Falcons. Mentioned it's pretty tough going early on at OU and at home against WMU. Those are the 2 favorites for the MAC this year. And then at home a week later against Central Michigan, then back-to-back on the road. Battle of I-75 on October 2nd in Toledo, and then on the road in Ypsilanti against Eastern Michigan.
Second fastest start for Bowling Green in program history, but this game and the next 2 contests going to be a real test to see exactly where Chris Fox's team is at the start of conference play.
Yeah, these 3 games will give real good slate. You know, non-conference, it's a good good mix-up, especially for the Falcons. They had those 2 games against Cincinnati and Illinois right here at Cochrane Stadium, and then they had 4 Horizon League matchups as well. That kind of gave you a good bar of where they're at. 5-1-1 start to the season for the Falcons. I mentioned that's the second best in program history.
And you've had a lot of good teams over the past decade or so for Bowling Green, so that's an incredible achievement by this group so far to be the second best start to begin a campaign for the Falcons. And they're looking to make it 6-1-1 if they can hold on to the 1-0 lead here today.
Yeah, we are underway. Second half, you see Josie Morgan check back in for Kent State. And we've had a couple more subs that we'll get through as Cusick is going to send that one the other way for the Falcons. As you see Lily Babel close to your screen checked in. That is the sophomore forward/midfielder. She's played all over the place for this Falcon squad, playing a little bit of midfield right now. Defensive midfield, you could say, as there's a foul on Josie Morgan. Gabby Lamparty goes to the ground.
Aggressive there by Kent State to begin this first half. Just a little too aggressive. Got the whistle from the officials, and that's something that the Golden Flashes did well in the first half. They were aggressive on defense. Didn't draw many penalties, however. That's a quick one for them there.
Lamparty a little short for Stransky. Kent State's going to take that away. Green will prevail. Kent State MAC tournament semifinal members last year, and the MAC tourney final runner-up in 2023. They're hungry for another opportunity to get into that MAC tournament. It all begins here. They just need to try to get that equalizing goal, which is, of course, easier said than done. Dolinsky taken away by the Falcons. Oliver to Babel, and Dolinsky sends that one away.
See if Bowling Green can try to set something up early, get a good look early in the second half, put more pressure on Kent State.
Looking for Poole a little bit too far on that attempt. See Leah Schaefer, Kent State goalie, now in the pink. Junior started every game so far for Kent State, 38 saves, 15 goals allowed. Over half of them came against the Cardinals a couple games ago. Another side for Peyton O'Malley. 2 saves for her already on the day. There's Josie Morgan.
And that puts O'Malley up to 28 saves overall on the season. Her save percentage up in the upper 800s.
Yeah, she's had a few shutouts already on the season. 0-0 draw right here against Cincy, and then 1-0 draw against Duquesne, most notably recently. I'm looking for Morgan on that side. That one's just going to go out. Miller, check back into the game, knocks that one out. Here's Babel, who's going to take the throw in. Butera can stay with players in the box. Searles will clear that one away.
Was a nice job of Joel Stilinski there of jumping that pass and trying to kick it to one of her teammates, get something going, but Bowling Green recovered nicely on defense.
Cool, looking to pressure Weibel, just knocks it out. So force her to take the throw in. Stay looking for Heenahan. Instead finds Oliver back to Weibel. Over to Abby Brightshoe. Now to Cusick. To Collins. And Collins just manages to keep that one in. Here's a little bit of chance for Kent State. That one gets lodged between the two players and falls to the ground and knocked out. See if that one ends up being a corner. I believe it will.
Kent State, I believe, with just one corner so far this game, so this will be their second opportunity. They went short during their one and only corner of the first half.
Here's the junior Samantha Miller on the corner kick. That one skied in. Headed away by Stransky. Finds Cusick outside the box. She's going to get a chance to get a shot off, but knocked away by all those Falcons in the box and cleared for yet another corner.
It was a phenomenal move to get herself an opportunity to get a shot off. Just too much traffic there in the middle in front of the net. As they'll do a repeat, see if they can get another good look.
Attempt number 2 from Miller. One's in and off the head of Kent State player it in, and it's an equalizing goal for the Flashes off of the corner kick. That's how easily it happens.
That first corner kick was a good one. That second one was even better, perfectly placed in traffic right off the head of Kent State, I believe. Let's see.
Number 17,
exactly.
Kelsey Salopek, second goal of the season for her.
Let's see the replay there. She kind of came in from the back of the play. You had a few bodies in there. As you just saw the replay that kind of drifted off to the left, she slid in the back door. I don't think anyone from Bowling Green really realized she was there until she went up for the ball and finds the back of the net. And just like that, we are equal at 1 apiece with 40 minutes left to play.
That changes the dynamic of the game. Plenty. Bowling Green has to go back on the offensive now. So 1-1 is your score. Salopek, 2023 All-MAC first team member, 2022 All-MAC freshman team member. That was her 9th career goal as a Golden Flash. There's Mazzaferro. That's Wolf, back to Mazzaferro. Stransky mistouch, taken away, and Stransky gonna foul on Heenahan.
Now this completely changes the strategy for Bowling Green because you're forced to be a little more aggressive if you do want to come out with a win versus just trying to maintain possession and keep it away from Kent State the whole time.
Searles knocks that one back to O'Malley. I think we'll definitely see the game open up like we saw at the beginning.
Yeah.
In the first 15, 20 minutes or so once again. It's both teams on the offensive. Here's Ellie Poole. The chance on Weibel, one-on-one here in the corner. Who's going to prevail? That one's going to be knocked off at the feet of Poole, and it'll be a Kent State throw-in.
Poole was fighting for the ball there, just didn't put herself in a good enough position to get the advantage in that matchup. Either way, Bowling Green back with the possession.
Tara gets the takeaway, trying to find Wolf, but Kent State will take it right back. And there's Searles on the challenge on Miller. Back to be Tara. They're going to have to build off of this defense. We've seen a lot of transition offense so far, and it worked out in the Falcons' favor, getting their first goal. Just Stransky with the takeaway. And the spin move, and Poole knocked that one the other way. Good time by the Falcons. Oliver going to get the takeaway. Here's Cusick on Babel. Cusick moving forward for Dolinsky, and that one's back for Lamparty instead.
Well, nifty there from Stransky trying to get the possession over.
Oliver takes a hit, but no foul called, and Kent State's going to get an opportunity. Here's Morgan with the chance, but Green elects to send it away into the corner. It'll be a throw-in for Kent State.
Odd little sequence there, a lot of physicality on both sides. Nothing called, and Kent will get the throw-in.
Oliver, another one of those players that missed all of last year, has come in and played very well, especially last week in the absence of Alexis Sopralis in the midfield. Here's Morgan. Babel will earn the takeaway, but it's going to be yet another throw-in for Kent State. Here's Dolinsky. Trying to find Morgan. That one's out for a corner. Another chance for Kent State. Scored their only goal on a corner only a few minutes ago.
Corner kick, Kent State.
The two corners that they had those couple minutes ago, both of them were very well placed. That second one basically perfectly placed.
Miller over the goal. Didn't find a single body.
And that's a good break for Bowling Green. After how the last one transpired, now they get the opportunity to set up something themselves.
Let's take one by Kent State. Here's Dolinsky. Ball finds Cusick. That one's netted forward. Taylor Green's going to take control and boot it away. Kent State, very aggressive defense right now. I see it paying off. Tara takes away and keeps it in. That's going to be a throw in for Bright Shoe. And send it to Weibel. Kent State definitely on the offensive attack right now. It's sent away by Emma Stransky into the stands. A pretty good crowd here on a Sunday afternoon at Cochrane Stadium. That one's going to go the other way again.
End of homecoming weekend for BGSU. A lot of people in town this weekend. Could feel the energy over the past few days all around campus.
Yeah.
All around the city for that matter as well.
Yeah, this is a big game for both of these teams as well. I mentioned all the history between Kent State and Bowling Green throughout the years in every sport.
And traditionally for Bowling Green Athletics, it's the second longest and second biggest rivalry to only Toledo.
And party to Babel. Babel looking for Poole. I was going to find it off the feet of Dolinsky. Stransky. And I believe Babel. Yeah, I believe it was a foul committed. It's going to be a free kick for Kent State. Or for Bowling Green, excuse me. Tara's going to take it. They're going to stack the box on the far side. See if they can catch a runner forward. It's Babel and Butera on the ball.
Could be a good opportunity here for Bowling Green if they can play the cards right.
Opportunity not quite there as that one's knocked away. Got it into the box, just finds a golden flash. So here's Babel. Bowling Green with an opportunity here, finds Mazzaferro, who just manages to keep it in, but knocks it out on the attempt. It's Bowling Green with a little bit of a chance there. Nothing comes of it.
As now Lauren Mahoney is going to come into the game for Isabella Mazzaferro. First time that we've seen Mahoney, the sophomore midfielder from Medina, Ohio today.
So you're in that maybe a bit of an attacking forward kind of position. Haven't seen her in this too often. Coming in for the forward, Mazzaferro. We'll see what sort of role she plays as a sophomore. That one's off the head of Morgan. Finds Miller and now finds Dolinsky. Babel on her, back to Morgan. Then Party on her. Nice move to get around that Party. And back to Dolinsky, who keeps it in and sends the cross into the box. Knocked away by Butera. There's a transition chance for the Falcons. Babel sends that one sky high. Stransky going to have to make a run to find it, and collision with Abby Brightshoe.
Stransky, I think, just got a little too aggressive on that one. Full head of steam going after the ball. Made all contact with body there. Didn't get any of the ball.
Yeah,
just a little too aggressive, as we're going to see a replay here.
Kent State goal from earlier.
That's some of what you get with Emma Stransky's game, though. She is a very aggressive player. At times it benefits. At times she can get a bit too aggressive, like we just saw.
Stransky almost takes that one away from Salopek, who puts some contact on her, earns the foul. Bowling Green going to try to get some players forward here and get another chance. These free kicks, especially in this position, the closer get to the center of the field, have some challenges.
Seeing the replay of penalty there, just Stransky on the other side of that one.
Yep.
Good ball work. Kent State got a little too aggressive with her there and sets up an opportunity for Bowling Green.
Tara gets a body on it. It's Stransky who puts it in again off of the free kick. Just managed to get that one into the box, and that's what happened. Stransky, 2 on the day. This one off of the set piece, and it's 2-1 Bowling Green. The junior, number 36, showing all of her skills here today.
And how about that? Now a career-high 5 goals this season for Emma Stransky. Just sent that one through traffic. Found the back of the net, like you said, for the second time today. And Bowling Green once again ahead 2-1.
I believe that was Lamparty on the side there that just managed to get her head on and get that one to the box as she was falling down.
It's almost like Kent State created a lane for Stransky there, too. They're all just standing around on both sides. None of them saw the ball go up the middle of them. And Stransky finds the back of the net with it.
Oh, 2-1. Bowling Green takes the lead once again. Right after, almost 10 minutes after Kent State equalizes, they're back behind again. That one's going to be a foul on Oliver. But we mentioned how dangerous those set pieces can be, those free kicks. Sometimes it's hard to practice free kicks in so many different areas because you get them all over the pitch in so many different spots. A lot of different things can happen. You saw that there with just that one just managing to get into the box.
And for Stransky now, that pushes her up to 12 goals in her 3 seasons at BG.
Cyril's free kick almost found Poole in the box. Schaefer covers. Schaefer got her hand on that Stransky goal, just wasn't quite able to keep it out of the goal. Up for Dolinsky. Back to Morgan. Now Dolinsky. Here we go. It's going to be Green versus Morgan. Who's going to get there first? It'll be Green who'll send it back to O'Malley. It's Mahoney to Babel. It's going to be a foul called on Mahoney. It'll be a free kick for Kent State.
Yeah, Mahoney was just trying to go for the high kick there with the ball and trying to meet it in the air. Instead was a little behind it, caught the body, and that's going to be a penalty every day.
Dolinsky into the box, headed away by Green. There's some bodies in the box for Kent State. Stransky going for it and earns the foul. That's the energy that Emma Stransky provides. You can tell she's into the game right now.
Spins the ball a little bit at the end of the play there as we are going to get a replay of it. Both of them just a foot race to it, a little shove to the back of Stransky.
That's that energy that she provides, that physicality. Not afraid to put her body on the line.
Fire starter for this Bowling Green team when you need some energy. Emma Stransky oftentimes delivers it. Stransky from Copley, not crazy far from Kent State, same region of the Northeast Ohio part of the state.
Cusick.
I'm sure anytime she plays Kent State or Akron,
Yeah.
a little bit of a homecoming feeling for her. Probably makes it that much more exciting to face those teams.
Here's Kent State on the attack. Heenahan on Lamparty, and that's going to be another foul called on the Flashes. Bowling Green, physical defense right now paying off in their favor.
Yeah, Kent State is ultra aggressive right now, and a lot of these penalties are coming when they're losing the positioning. And Bowling Green's racing to the balls faster and out-positioning the Golden Flashes, and maybe it's just a bit of frustration from Kent State showing.
Yeah, they're on the offensive now, only 28 minutes to get that equalizing goal and potentially get a third. I want to get on that quickly. Here's Stransky on the ball. Dolinsky fighting for it. Stransky wins it. Looking for Mahoney.
Put her hands up to avoid the penalty there. Stopped a second before Stransky got back up, tried to get something going.
Header for Miller finds Morgan, who has an offensive chance. Green's going to be one-on-one with her. He'll pull back and finds that one towards the box. And that one's knocked away. Good opportunity from Kent State. That was Heenahan who got that one. Just wasn't quite able to get the shot off. It's going to go for a goal kick. We'll get a look at it.
Beats Green, gets the pass across. Just went a little far on that touch before she could set up a shot. Went straight into the Bowling Green defender. And that is to the benefit of the Falcons. They'll take it.
They're going to settle down now. Bowling Green going to be in time using mode as much as they can. Still a lot of time left on the clock, though. Here's Green with a lot of pressure from Kent State. That's sent out by Babel. Dolinsky to Weibel. Headed on by Butera. Dolinsky with the throw in. That one will just roll out. Jules Dolinsky, sophomore out of Sparta, New Jersey. Attended Sparta High School. 72 goals, 178 points in high school. That's a school record.
72?
72 goals in 4 years. That's quick math. Is that 18 per year?
It's a lot.
That is a lot. Cusick takes that one away. Finds Dolinsky. And looking towards the box. Green heads that one up, and it's going to be Morgan who finds it, but wasn't able to get there. There's Oliver. Green. And Wolf will send it away. Kent State with the offensive pressure right now. Stransky on the ball again and fouled again, this time by Collins.
Nearly every single one of these Kent State fouls seem to be coming on Emma Stransky as well, as she races to the ball all over the pitch.
Her positioning on those plays is what's key, getting in front of that Kent State player that's already has momentum, just forcing them to run into them regardless.
And she loves every second of it, bringing the energy to this Falcons team.
There's Wolf with the throw-in. Collins on Stransky. Stransky going to cross out into the box, finds pull. Here's Babel who has the opportunity, but knocked away by Dolinsky. Back to Wolf, who's going to cross it in again. Almost finds Poole, and now back to Babel. Outside the box, that one was headed away well by the Golden Flashes.
Couple of close opportunities for Bowling Green back-to-back there.
Cusick with a good touch, gets around Butera. Butera almost catching up, but Cusick takes the stop, and here's Morgan, who's not going to quite be able to get there. Goes back to O'Malley. O'Malley can have has a lot of poise at that goalkeeper position for only a sophomore. It's Mahoney. Finds it to Babel, who keeps it in play. Doesn't quite find Poole, but right back to Babel. Here's Poole this time.
21's going to go in for 25. 22's going to go in for 12.
Bright shoe on it now, controls it. Oliver with the header to Poole to Stransky. And Heenahan and company take that one away.
And Bowling Green just doing a nice job of keeping the ball on the Kent State defensive side, as there's going to be another foul there. Some more physicality. Very physical second half compared to what we saw in the first half, which was more just fast-paced offense trying to break through the defense.
And there's your first yellow card of the game, awarded to the junior midfielder, Samantha Miller. I saw a bit of a jersey tug there on Lamparty. A little bit of physicality as well. So it'll be Green who will take the free kick.
But this is what Bowling Green needs to continue to do, is keep the ball on this side of the pitch, not let Kent State get many more offensive opportunities. The more they can do that, the higher your chances of winning this game become. Sounds simple, but it's harder to execute than it sounds.
Searles on the far side. Finds Wolf. That one's going to be barely kept in by Kent State and then finally knocked out. And here come the substitutions. Like it's going to be 3 for each squad. Mina Sam, Lizzie Boltnick, I believe that's Mia Gatz checking in for the Falcons.
See one of the players exiting for Bowling Green, Ellie Poole, among others.
See Babel checking out as well. As far as Kent State, I see Ava Luckian checking in, number 22, the sophomore, and a couple others.
Number 3, Maya Gantz in the game for number 29.
That's a really late reaction. They told me like as they were going in.
Gotcha. No problem. Thanks.
Number 27, Mia Claroux checks back in as well. That's the true freshman forward. Josie Morgan still in the game. There's two forwards. Maybe a attacking substitution as pressure put on. See if Bowling Green can get this one out of their box. Green to Searles. They managed to do that. Here's Lamparty. Butera to Gatz. Gatz with the pressure on Luckian. Now Lamparty.
Nice takeaway there off of the touch by Bowling Green by Kent State. And Bowling Green takes it right back.
It's Boltnick. Good ball for Stransky, who has another chance for the hat trick, and not quite there. Just wide for Stransky. What an opportunity. Great ball by Boltnick.
Got the fans on their feet there. Just the excitement left it a little far to the right. Stransky did, but had another tremendous look as we approach 20 minutes to play.
So Kent State will control. Trying to bring down the energy a little bit, get it a little bit more in their favor as Bright Shoe forward for Claroux. And they go back to her as Green knocks that one away. So Bowling Green with a second chance to hold on to their lead. Went up 1-0 in the first half. Kent State equalized. 5 minutes gone in the second half after Stransky took the lead back a few minutes ago. Taking down past halfway in the second half. Tyler, what have you made of this first part of the second half?
Just a very physical second half up to this point, especially on the Kent State side. Bowling Green has capitalized on the opportunities that they've had in front of them. Kent State not so much. I think Bowling Green's also done a tremendous job at maintaining control and possession and limiting those opportunities that Kent State has, which makes them just that much more impactful for the Golden Flashes. So I think the game plan by Bowling Green has been pretty much perfect. Kent State, you can see them pushing. They just haven't been able to create the opportunities for themselves to get an equalizer.
Yes, Kent State squad not going to give up. 25th year head coach Rob Marinero has been in this position many times. Been
in a lot worse positions than this.
A lot worse positions.
And 20 minutes is still plenty of time for them to find something. I mean, we've seen how quick the opportunities in this game have come. All 3 goals were stuff that developed within 5 seconds. It wasn't long developed plays. It was the short ones. The crosses in, you get a header, and that can completely change the game.
Mahoney with the foul gives Kent State a free kick. It's going to be Weibel who'll take it right near that border here. Stacked in the box. Hand raised. Here comes the kick. And header put forward towards the box by Salopek, but handled by O'Malley.
Kick just left that a little far. The header didn't have enough steam on it to get to the net. O'Malley just moved up, secured the ball, and Bowling Green back with possession.
Six is going to go up at 36, and 2 is going to go up at 24 for BG.
Here's BG. Going to go on the offensive attack. Boltnick on Salopek. That one goes to Mahoney. Here's Collins. Wolf with the rebound. Out to Sam. Comes Weibel. Puts that one forward for Claroux. Claroux back to Morgan. Kent State going to reset and really put their best foot forward here on this offensive attack as the time ticks down. Cross attempt into the box, bounces right back for Salopek. Out to Weibel. Header on, and O'Malley will make the save as she's forced into action. Claru got a clear header on that one, and a clear shot on goal.
A couple of substitutions awaiting for Bowling Green at the next stoppage. As Bowling Green now sets up with a possible nice opportunity here.
Here's Bolnick with the opportunity, not going to be able to find Stransky. Kent State had a couple players there. Wasn't really much opportunity to find Stransky. That was Weibel and Brightshoe. Here's Collins. Down the edge with a lot of space. Bolnick in pursuit. Here's Sam, and collision on the ball, and it's going to go for Kent State. That's going to be a foul on Sam.
It's kind of a little aggressive there with the move. Both of them with physicality. Sam just gets the bad luck with the draw. And we're starting to see this Kent State offense get more aggressive, equaling the energy from their defense. As we see the two Falcons ready to come in. Reagan Riley and Emily Holler.
There's Claru into the box, and that one's Sky just over the net. Claru with another opportunity. They've gotten a couple of chances there on that far left side. It's going to go for, looks like it's going to be a corner for Kent State. Dangerous opportunity. First goal came off of a corner kick for these Golden Flashes. This is what they want.
Corner kick, Kent State.
The one corner that they had from this exact spot flew over the net. The corner they scored on was from the opposite side of the field. So we'll see exactly what they can get here.
That one's into the box and off the side of the net. Just not quite able to get the angle that she wanted.
Both corners from that position. Not exactly what Kent State would have liked. As the two substitutions coming in, it's going to be Emily Holler coming in for Emma Stransky. And Reagan Riley will make her way to the game for Haley Wolf.
First time we've seen Riley today, the sophomore out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. 12 games played in 2024. Played her club ball for Steel City SC.
32 is going to go in for 17, and 8 is going to go in for 23 for BG.
Sam to Searles, who puts it forward for Boltnick or Holler. Holler makes the run for it. Collins, great control off the knee and still manages to take it and dribbles through a couple Bowling Green defenders before it's finally taken away by Sam. There's Riley to Holler. Well, some space going forward. Look, and maybe a bit of a miscommunication there. Bolnick wasn't expecting the pass.
And clock starting to creep down. Time starting to be limited for Kent State. Down to 15 minutes to play.
Got 3 subs coming in for Kent State.
Association's entry the game. First up for the Golden Flashes, number 2, Samantha Miller for number 25. Josie Morgan, also number 5.
Samantha Miller checks in for Josie Morgan. That's for his Kent State sub. And Jules Dolinsky comes in as well for Kent State.
Kate Heenahan in as well, the sophomore midfielder from Ontario.
Audrey Oliver in the game for Lauren Mahoney, and Ellie Poole in the game for Lizzie Boltnick.
Good amount of substitutions, past couple minutes for both these squads as we near the end of the second half.
Kent State looking to put fresh bodies in, and as they push for their offensive attack, and Bowling Green trying to counter some of their own. Here's a chance for Kent State as that one's headed away by Green. They're going to have to try to get that one away, so O'Malley's going to have to come forward. Kent State putting the pressure on. That was Maya Justice. He's checked in for Kent State. There's Miller. Forward Mia Gatz. Going to be on it with Dolinsky. Challenging. It's going to be a throw-in. I was just going to roll out a play. Throw-in finds Miller. Butera knocks it out. It's going to be another throw-in. This time right near the corner flag for Dolinsky.
Kent State hasn't had many good looks throughout this second half. Bowling Green's really limited those.
Clock ticking down almost under 13 minutes now. I got another throw in for Kent State. Players marking their man. That one's knocked out again by Butera.
This is just chewing up the time that Kent State has to work with. As all that's going on right now is now it'll be reset here for a corner kick for the Golden Flashes. Both of them that have come from this spot have either flown over the net or into the side of the net.
Here comes corner number 7 off of the foot of Samantha Miller. Into the box. And that one almost finds the head of Lamparty and bounces back in towards the goal and knocked away. And there's going to be a foul called on a Kent State player, as I believe that's Ellie Poole who went to the ground and staying down. That was a pretty crazy sequence there as that corner went into the box.
It was another nice corner. It goes pretty far in.
Yeah, I mean, that one just kind of, it looked like it was going to go out of play, and then just came right back into the box off of the foot of a Kent State player. So Lamparty going to take it forward. Play it way towards, maybe looking for Holler a little bit on that side.
Well, that's probably the best look that Kent State's had on the goal throughout the second half, and we're not able to capitalize on it. Bowling Green maintains the lead.
Yeah, their best look since that goal. Only 5 minutes into the second half. Feels like a long time ago. Kent State going to take the throw in. For this one, the Falcons will head to Athens on Thursday to take on the Ohio Bobcats, where they come back home on Sundays. A bit of a high kick there. It's going to go the way of Bowling Green. Butera not penalized. It's Bright Shoe. Up in the air, Oliver. So that one back to Butera. Lamparty. See Justice putting the pressure on Green. Not going to let it face her. Sends it back to O'Malley. Still the pressure on from Justice. That's going to be off the foot of a Kent State player.
Justice being very aggressive there in front of O'Malley. O'Malley able to get it past her. Could have been much worse if O'Malley wasn't able to get that pass off. And now we're starting to see this Kent State pressure on offense with under 10.5 minutes left to play.
And takes that one away. Here's some space for Ellie Poole. They're going to have a look as she's going to set it forward for Emily Holler, who's going to have some space. It's going to be up to Kent State to stop it as she's going to play it forward, and that one's going to be knocked away. It looks like, are we going to have a foul? And we are not. It's going to be a corner. That was Allie Weibel who's knocked that one away from Holler. A great look for Bowling Green on a breakaway.
And a chance to get another good look here as well with the corner kick upcoming for the Falcons.
Yeah, Bowling Green going to take their time. Butera, of course, will be the one to take it. Samuel will be the one to play it short.
Yeah, they'll try to take as much time as they can here. Just play it in short.
Searles into the box, looking for the just kind of change of look. And not a great touch from Riley. That one's going to have to go way back. O'Malley's going to have to come way forward and boot it towards Poole, but probably out of play, and it will go out of play.
Just a bad touch by Riley forced Bowling Green to reset that entire play, send it back to O'Malley, who, as you mentioned, had to come way out of the box to send that out.
36 is going to go in for 6, and 24 is going to go in for 3 for BG.
Justice plays it behind her. Gatz into the air. It's Miller. That one's going to be out. We got a couple more subs coming in for the Falcons.
It's going to be Emma Stransky coming into the game for Emily Holler, and then Haley Wolf coming back into the game for Mia Gatz.
Gatz, the true freshman, played a solid shift today. True freshman out of Fishers, Indiana, played for the Indy 11 Pro Academy. Central Indiana super team. She's definitely impressed head coach Chris Fox, getting a lot of minutes in her true freshman season as a defender. It's been a lot of the strength of this Bowling Green team has been the depth. Seen her and freshman Quinn O'Neill. And good minutes this pool. A little bit of a collision there with Weibel. Wolf with the throw in. 8.5 minutes left in this game, 2-1. Bowling Green trying to hold on to this lead over Kent State. I mean, hasn't lost a game. Hasn't lost their MAC opener since 2017. Only one draw in that span.
It's a streak they're going to want to keep looking to continue in a very good position to do so right now with just over 8 minutes left to play.
Here's Poole in the corner, fighting with Delinsky, who boots it away. Finds Miller.
And Bowling Green is just going to want to keep the ball on this side as now Kent State's going to have an opportunity possibly here.
Maya Justice on the breakaway. Has a couple flashes she can play with. So here comes Justice, going to put a shot on goal, and O'Malley will cover.
And interesting that Justice didn't pass it to any of those teammates that you mentioned she had there, tried to take it herself. O'Malley dives for the save, gets it. And now 7.5 to play. Bowling Green with possession once again.
Here's Miller.
25 is going in for 5 for Kent.
To Salopek.
Thank you.
Bowling Green takes possession. Sam moving forward past the midfield line. Has Poole with a lot of space down here and just not quite there. A little bit too much on it. Kent State will retake possession.
Kent State substitutions, number 17, Kelsey Salopek.
3 Kent State substitutions coming in. It's Josie Morgan coming in. Cusick as well. Cusick, the midfielder. And Kiyomi McCusland in as well, the junior from Bolton, Ontario. Here's Claru. Salopek. To Weibel. Miller almost gets around Lamparty and try to find Morgan. That's going to be a foul called. It's going to go the way of the Flashes. Free kick for Kent State. See them stacking just outside the box. This one flying in from Allie Weibel. Looks like it's a head on a Cusick with some contact with Emma Stransky, and she'll.
Again, there's the
take the
physicality
foul, yeah.
that we've seen from this Kent State team in this second half. And honestly, I'm not sure that it's benefited them in many ways. They've committed a lot of penalties doing it. Have not gotten a ton of great looks on goal. And Bowling Green, again with possession in Kent State's territory, approaching 5 minutes to play.
Raleigh on a little bit of a run, but that one's called back. Kent State going to take it quickly. Now close to 5 minutes left in this game. Will Kent State be able to equalize, or will Bowling Green hold on to go 1-0 in Mid-American Conference play? O'Malley going to hold it. The goalkeeper spot. Josie Morgan going to put a little bit of pressure, and O'Malley just takes it and runs away with it. It's booted towards the midfield line, looking for Sam. Touch, but that one will find Allison Collins for Kent State. There's a little bit of a run down the edge. Riley defending and a cutback, and that one's sent out by Searles. Could play to negate that attack, and Mastransky more contact, but it's still
Looks like
moving forward. And
what's the flying
delayed foul call.
Mastransky.
Fully embracing the physical defense in these past few minutes.
As a look at Rob Marinero on the sideline, trying to get his team to get a look in these final minutes. Chris Fox on the opposing sideline for Bowling Green, hoping to keep this 1-goal advantage over these final 4.
Down under 4 minutes, Bright Shoe sends it forward, but Sam knocks it right back to her. Stransky almost keeps it in play. And the Bowling Green bench getting into it. The crowd also applauds Emma Stransky. I mean, what a performance today, regardless of what the result ends up being with 3.5 minutes left. Just both goals scored, and I mean, doing it on both sides as well with the defense that she's provided.
She's been the fire starter for the energy for this Bowling Green team. She's been the one bringing on both sides of the ball, and she is the difference maker up to this point.
That's going to be a foul that time. A little bit too aggressive. Kent State's going to get the opportunity. They're off of that. 3 minutes left to go. Not a lot of time. The Green done well defending to this point. Here's Claroux. Kent State going to play that one forward. They've got some players in the position. Riley going to play some defense here. A one-on-one situation. That's going to go out for a Kent State corner. They're going to have an opportunity.
And Kent State moving fast to get this one off as quick as they can with limited time, 2.5 minutes to play.
It's going to be Miller to take it as usual. Corner kick number 8. None more important than this one.
Scored their only goal of the game on a corner kick from this very spot.
Green knocks that one away, finds Cusick, who's going to have a look. Sliding shot, and O'Malley has to make the one-handed save.
Tremendous job by Payne O'Malley as that one was dribbled into the box to the left side of the goal, dove at it, knocked it away, and it sets up another corner kick by Kent State, under 2 to play.
Here we go again. Skied into the box. And O'Malley gets a hand on it, and that one's just knocked wide by Kent State. I believe that was Claroux. No, that was Bright Shoe, just wide.
I don't think
what
they
an
could have been
opportunity.
any closer on back-to-back opportunities than right there. Back-to-back terrific looks for the Golden Flashes.
Wow.
Aren't able to capitalize on either. And Bowling Green leads by 1 still with 1:27 remaining.
Clock stops. So O'Malley on the ball. Yeah, I mean, doesn't really get much closer than that. Just a couple feet short of equalizing there.
I mean, if Kent State ends up falling 2-1, those are going to be the back-to-back plays you're going to look at. The 2 opportunities that they had in the final 2 minutes back-to-back weren't able to find the back of the net on either.
Glinski going to go fast with the throw-in. Looking for Morgan. Green defending. Morgan still back here in the corner. 2 Falcons covering. Wolf knocks it out. Under a minute left in this one. Cusick going to take it off the throw-in. Back to Dolinsky. And Wolf knocks it out. Here we go. Another corner and another chance for Kent State.
This is likely probably the last best look for the Golden Flashes with 40 seconds to play.
Miller runs over to take it quickly. Here we go. Into the box. So gets a head on it. Salopek, Cusick, and O'Malley comes out to make the save. Great awareness by the sophomore goalkeeper. And Bowling Green escapes another corner kick.
Just a terrific job of O'Malley being aggressive in goal and making the save that her team needed. As we're under 15 seconds to play, Bowling Green's just going to try to play keep away.
Stransky just going to boot it towards Schaefer, who's going to let it go out. And that will do it. Bowling Green, a successful conference opener. 2-1 victory over Kent State. 1-0 in Mid-American Conference play. And 2 goals by Emma Stransky were the decider in this one.
Terrific game played by the Falcons. They did exactly what they needed to do against the Kent State Golden Flashes. Played their style of game, got out early, responded to the goal by Kent State. Brace by Emma Stransky is the difference maker. And Bowling Green now advances to 6-1-1 on the year. Kent State falls to 2-3-3. Bowling Green 1-0 in conference play. Kent State 0-1.
Falcons will take on OU on Thursday before they head back, take on Western Michigan here on Sunday at Cochrane Stadium. This has been Henry Costco and Tyler Kavelitz here for BGSU Women's Soccer on WBGU PBS. We will see you next week.
Will be home next Sunday at 1 p.m. as they take on Western Michigan.